All right, good morning, Alex. I just finished 10 Hail Marys for you and wanted to come on and just want to say that out of the entire group, I look at you as our leader. I know that's hard for you to believe right now and see, especially because of, the role that you're playing. But, just to give you some perspective, for me, I always started and chose to start from the bottom or from the back in any group or project, especially with the businesses that I did, because I wanted to be the creator of every single aspect of my business, starting with the bottom. And I know that, right now with your age, with your assignments, with just the fact that you're going to feel behind, right? You're going to feel behind all the time. And you're going to feel like kind of like the minion out of the group. But that's what's needed for the leader to be able to accept the position of going last, accept the position of being at the bottom. It's that mindset that's going to really allow you to lead later on the lowest of people, right? So otherwise, what happens with a lot of people, a lot of us, is we go for that highest position. And, when I was in those positions prematurely or immaturely, I should say, what ended up happening was I would lose sight and lose perspective of, the little things and my, unnoticeable team members that were putting in the unnoticeable efforts. And that's when, a lot of my projects and businesses and my teams failed in the past, because the more that I can stay aware and alert about the small little things that do matter, but it doesn't seem like it's important. Those were the things that became the fabric of everything that pulled everything together in my businesses and in my relationships. So it's there's not much for me to tell you, Alex. You're already you're already on the path to a leadership position by nature of who you are. Okay, so all you have to do is continue what you're doing. You're a very strong character. What I see as your most powerful tool in your life is your integrity. So that's not something, that's not something that can be replaced. And that's going to be your driving force. So that's why you're going to be a leader, because people will trust you and your team will trust you. So you're going to be given great responsibilities because of that trust. Okay, so for now, though, because you're not going to be able to just get through, all the steps that you have to get through overnight, you may find yourself, and you'll see it in the text messages, you may find yourself kind of feeling like overwhelmed. I don't know if maybe not overwhelmed. You may feel like you'll never get there, right? But that's exactly the opposite of what's going to happen. So I suggest that you stay on course. Just keep adding action items for yourself. Don't wait around for other people to give you the action items, because you're the leader, right? Just take that responsibility to know that you're the leader. So you're going to add more and more things on your plate. You are going to be the one that's going to give yourself the assignment. No one else. The follower doesn't give the leader the assignment. The leader gives himself the assignment, and then as he becomes overloaded, they start delegating those assignments that he can't handle to the followers, to the rest of the team. So place yourself in that position and you're going to be leading from the front. You're going to be definitely leading from the front. So I have a lot of trust in you. I know that out of the entire group, I can say this. If there's an assignment that needs to be done, or if anything is, required of the team, even this 75-day challenge, you're the one that's going to complete it without any recognition, without anyone watching, without anyone noticing. You're the one that's going to complete it because you're going to accept the fact that that's what needs to happen. And that's the true character of a leader. So keep that up. And I just want you to know this. I don't know how, we were able to connect like this. Yes, we say it's your mom, but, what I mean by that is I don't know how your mom was drawn to me and I was able to, somehow inspire her or say the right words to her, because I really don't remember exactly how it really transpired. But the fact that you're here, I can say this. I believe God put us together. And lately, I have becoming more spiritually mature. And, lately, one of the things that I've been able to realize and understand is that especially as Christians, especially as believers in Christ, whether we're Catholic, Christian, it really doesn't matter. It's the same thing. I've come to realize that God is the one pursuing us. And God pursues us because he wants us. And we may want other things, but, I really encourage you to think about what we want. And if we had everything that we want, what will we do, at that point? I've gone through that process myself. And as a leader, you're able to think about that. You're able to think about that all the way through. And when you get to that point, you have all the money, you have all the honor, you have all the pleasure, you have all of that. You have all the things that you want. Then what are you going to do? You really have to think that through, because you may run into a dead end without serving God's purpose. And really, we get lost sometimes at the front because we kind of create our own purpose, even though we know what we're supposed to do in here. Sometimes we create our own purpose up here. So I encourage you to, take the time daily to spend some alone time in silence, complete silence. I know that's going to be hard for you, but spend some complete time in complete silence and see if you can intentionally try to hear God speaking to you, because I know you hear that voice inside that goes against all the other voices, but it's always that one voice that I know you hear and you don't want to really listen to, but it's real, right? That voice, that's him talking to you. That voice I've been avoiding for so many years. Excuse me. I've been avoiding for so many years because there was all these other voices that were so much more convincing, but it was that voice that I didn't want to listen to. But finally, when I started listening to it, it started becoming more clear, more crisp. And, if I start listening to it and start following the instructions of that voice, it led me to a better place, and it started changing things for me that I couldn't have imagined. So that's where faith comes into play. And that's the only message I have for you, right? Because you're set up to lead. I mean, you've been built with everything. You have the foundation set to lead. Now you just have to lead us in the right place and lead the team and lead many, many people to the right place. And in order to lead us, You have to get the instructions from the right source. Ooh, hit my head on that one. You have to get the instructions from the right source. So I want you to really trust in that voice that's speaking to you. All right, Alex. I appreciate you, brother. Stay strong and keep going in the direction you've been going. All right, I'm proud of you. Peace with you. Love you.